Okay, I got my my two parts of my JB Weld. You use equal parts and mix them together till they're a uniform color. I've got that mixed up, and I'm going to apply it to the repair here. Okay, try to get that on there as thin as I could, but just cover up the whole thing. You know, put a nice coat on there, and just let it go. You know, it takes 24 hours for it to fully cure, and that's what I'm going to give it. I'm not going to try to rush it. You know, we can wait until this time tomorrow or later, and we'll see how it comes out. The other thing I want to do real quick, I still have some of this, and if I got to mix up a little bit more, I will. I'm going to take a little piece of window screen and coat it with the JB Weld and put it on the inside here to reinforce that crack so that it doesn't open up again. So anyway, I've just coated a piece of window screen in JB Weld, and I'm going to stick that in here, you know, up in here to the underside of the top to reinforce that crack. And then whatever JB Weld I have left, I'll kind of recoat it a little bit, and I'll see if we can get in there and have a look at it when it's all done. This is the repair. So if I can, I don't know if I can. That's, you know, you saw me cover that with JB Weld, and now I've sanded most of it down where just the area where the crack was is showing with a little bit extra there. And I can't feel that at all. It feels perfectly smooth. So I'm going to put a little, once I get the rest of this sanded and ready to go, I'm going to put a little paint on that and see how it looks. And if we got to do a little bit more filling and sanding, I mean, that's normal. I'm not worried about that. That should be fine. And I don't know if you can see underneath here. Hard to see. Try to get some light in there, but it's hard to do. I just put that piece of window screen in there with some JB Weld to reinforce that. I don't think it's ever going to open up again, but just to make sure. So, like I talked about last time, I'm just going to go ahead and sand on that and get as much of this old paint just evened out and smoothed out, and then we'll get some new paint on it and see how it's coming along. But I'm not at all worried about this. This is going to come out fine. You won't even see it from the outside. It's going to look great. You'll never know that was there unless you take the back off and see the repair inside. I'm not going to try to cover that up at all. That's fine. Once you get the back on, you won't see that. You'll never see this once I get it painted. It's, you know, solid as a rock. So anyway, there you go. Well, here it is, all sanded, scuffed, and ready for some paint. I keep my shadow off of it and get you a good look at it. Okay, just about ready to go. Time to get some paint on it. Okay, so stand by for that. Well, it's pretty windy out here, so we're getting some dust and things in it, but it's just a preliminary coat, you know, till we see how we're doing. You know, we want to find the high and low spots and get everything evened out. So it's just a first coat. Came out pretty good. Hasn't dried yet. I just did it. So, but there you go. When it's dry, we'll take a closer look at it, see how that repaired side right there came out. So stand by for that. Okay, I have the garage door open to get some more light in here so we can take a look at this thing. This is just a preliminary coat. I just put a thin coat on there, just enough to cover so I can see my high and low spots and figure out where my flaws are so I can go after it again. And there are quite a few. I paint outside, and you know, you get dust and bugs and things. But I'm not worried about that right now. When I go for a final coat, I'll try to put up some kind of little lean-to or painting tent or something in the corner of the fence back there to see if we can't prevent that from happening. But overall, it's not too bad. There are some scratches in the top that I guess I didn't see. So we're going to end up taking most of this first coat down and trying to get those scratches out of there before we try again. But the rest of it is pretty good. It's got some imperfections and some unevenness that we're going to have to work on. And then but I'm very happy with the color. I'm very happy with the satin, you know. And here is that's the repaired corner right there. You know, you can see there's my mesh inside. That's the repair right there. You know, and there's one or two small spots I think that we're going to have to work on a little bit. But I mean, overall, that repair is just going to be invisible. So I'm very happy with that. Here is the speaker grill, you know, it's going to go in there. That I think is done. I don't think I have to do any more with that. That's going to be fine just the way it is. So that's that. I'm going to have to touch up the paint on the knobs. I'm going to go ahead and mask the chrome off and repaint the knobs so that because there's a little bit missing here and there, so that the knobs will match the cabinet perfectly. Although the numbers and everything that are painted on the chrome dial, I'm going to leave those alone. I don't think I need to try and repaint those. It's going to be a close enough match, I don't think you're going to be able to tell. So anyway, that's where we're at. I'm going to call this the end of part 3. And part 4 will be the final part when we will literally finish this, you know. Get this looking as nice as we can and then put the radio back together and wrap it up. So this will be the end of part 3. Thanks for watching.